Hello everyone, let's take a look at what you need to know about the end of life for Windows 10. Microsoft is officially ending support after 10 years, and naturally, there are other questions. What happens the day after? Can you keep using the operating system? What are your options? And many more. So I decided to make this video to answer the most common questions. So let's dive in. When does Windows 10 support officially end? Microsoft will officially end support for Windows 10 on October 14, 2025. What does end of support or end of life mean? It means no more security updates, feature updates, or technical support from Microsoft. Yes, Windows technically has a built-in support that you can call on, but once the deadline passes, you won't be able to use it anymore. Will Windows 10 stop working after the support ends? No. Your computer will still work, but without updates, and it will become more vulnerable over time. What risk do I face if I keep using Windows 10? No more security patches means the new vulnerabilities stay open. Over time, apps and drivers may stop working, and your system becomes a bigger target for malware and malicious individuals. How long can I safely use Windows 10 after October 14, 2025? Right after the deadline, nothing changes overnight. Actually, on October 14, 2025, that is the last time that Microsoft is going to release a free update for Windows 10. So your PC won't instantly become unsafe on October 15, for example. For the first few months, you will probably be fine. But as time passes, new vulnerabilities will appear and malicious individuals will target them. That's when risk really increases. What will happen if I continue using Windows 10? Well, if you continue using Windows 10, at least three things will happen. First, your computer becomes vulnerable to attacks, apps and drivers will slowly lose compatibility, and you will start running into performance issues and apps that simply won't install. What about Microsoft 365 apps, or formerly known as the Office apps? They will continue to keep working and you will receive updates. But to get new features, you will have to upgrade to a supported version of Windows, in this case, Windows 11. Can I keep using the Microsoft Edge browser after the support for Windows 10 ends? The answer is yes. Microsoft had noted in the past that it plans to keep updating the Edge browser until 2028, and that is because commercial customers get 3 years of extended support for Windows 10. Can I just use an antivirus to stay safe? No. An antivirus is only a layer of protection. Without the operating system updates, your foundation isn't secure. Now, having said that, the Microsoft Defender antivirus is independent of the operating system, and the company plans to keep pushing definition updates until 2028. But that's just because commercial customers get 3 years of extended support for Windows 10. What are my options before support ends? You have 4 main paths. First, and the recommended one, is to upgrade to Windows 11. It is free for computers that meets the requirements. You can also enroll in the Extended Security Updates program to keep receiving only important security updates for 1 more year, actually until October 13, 2026, and you can switch to another platform. That means going for another operating system such as Linux or the Google Chrome OS Flex, which are great lightweight alternative for computers that do not meet the requirements to install Windows 11. And finally, you can also buy a new PC, which is the cleanest and long-term solution. Check the link in the description for tutorials on each of these options. So what is the Extended Security Updates program? Well, it is a program from Microsoft that gives you critical security updates beyond the end of life of Windows 10, but you won't get new features or improvements. It lasts until October 13, 2026. It is 1 year extension, regardless of when you sign up. The program is technically a paid service, and it was designed for organizations. However, for the first time, Microsoft is making it available for regular customers, so you can pay for it or obtain it for free depending on the option that you use. And to enroll your computer, you will need to go to the Windows Update settings, and right here you just need to click the button, choose the option, and continue with the steps to enroll the device. Now, there are 3 options. The first one involves backing up your data to OneDrive with or without a Microsoft 365 subscription. So if the system detects that you're already backing up your files to the cloud, it won't even give you the options, it will just tell you to enroll. Now, the second option is to redeem 1,000 points if you already have signed up for the Microsoft Rewards program. And finally, you can pay the $30 to enroll into the program and continue receiving updates for 1 more year. Now, it is important to know that the computer won't have the latest updates installed, and you have to be running version 22H2. Also, check the video description to find a tutorial on how to complete the enrollment process. What are the enrollment requirements for users in Europe? So Microsoft is making changes to how users sign up for the Extended Security Updates program, more specifically for users in Europe. And that includes that they can sign up without having to sync their settings and files to the cloud or redeem rewards points. However, the program still requires to use a Microsoft account to enroll. Even further, they need to authenticate at least once every 60 days. If the user doesn't authenticate in 60 days, the computer will lose enrollment. However, the user can still authenticate again to resume updates through the program. And of course, this option will remain free. Now, if the user doesn't want to provide a Microsoft account, they can still use a local account. However, this will require a one-time purchase of $30 or equivalent, since this option doesn't require an online account and the user don't have to authenticate every 60 days. In conclusion, the Extended Security Updates program is pretty much the same everywhere, meaning that there is an option that is free and there is an option that is paid. And in every market, if they want to access the service for free, they will need to provide a Microsoft account. The only difference is that in Europe, users don't have to upload their settings and files to the cloud in order to meet the requirements to use the free option. Can I upgrade Windows 10 to Windows 11 for free? Now, if you're planning to upgrade to Windows 11, yes. If your device meets the minimum requirements, you can upgrade to the newer version of the operating system and the upgrade will be free. What are the hardware requirements to upgrade to Windows 11? First, you need to understand that Windows 11 has stricter requirements, including specific processor generations, at least 4 gigs of RAM, TPM 2.0, and compatibility with Secure Boot. If your device doesn't meet the requirements, you won't be able to upgrade. Now, you can always check if your computer meets the requirements by opening the PC Health app that should be available on your computer, and then just check the button to confirm if your computer is compatible with Windows 11. Also check the video description that I have a link for a full tutorial on how to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. What if my PC isn't compatible with Windows 11? You can still install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware, but Microsoft won't officially support it. You will get updates, but the setup will be considered unsupported. You can also check the video description that I have a link on how to perform a clean installation of the operating system on unsupported hardware. Should I switch to Linux after Windows 10 support ends? If you have hardware that is not compatible with Windows 11 and you prefer a different platform, you can switch to alternatives such as Linux Mint or Chrome OS Flex. These operating systems are modern and they can extend the life of the hardware without requiring enrollment to keep getting updates. Although switching to Linux sounds daunting, times has changed and this operating system has undergone significant improvements over the years. You will find many distributions out there, but Linux Mint should be on your short list because it is a user-friendly interface and stable, and it is an excellent choice for those accustomed to Windows 10. Another option is to use Chrome OS Flex, which is a lightweight operating system variant of the Google Chrome OS operating system. It is based on Linux and uses web apps and the Chrome browser as a primary interface. Should I switch to Windows 11 LTSC? I usually get a lot of comments from users preferring to upgrade to the LTSC version, but for most users, this is not an option or recommended. First, LTSC means long-term servicing channel, and it is a special version of the operating system for devices requiring extended support and minimal feature changes. Microsoft offers two primary LTSC variants, including the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC and Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC. However, as of now, only the Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC 2021 evaluation version is officially available for public download. Both Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC and the Enterprise LTSC are only available for commercial customers. These editions of the operating system are built upon the same Windows 10 core, which means that they use the same underlying kernel, file system, and core system components. Technically speaking, these editions are essentially the same. The key differences lie in how they're configured and the intended use cases. For example, the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC is optimized for embedded devices such as medical PCs, machine controllers, robotics, ATMs, etc. In the case of the Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC, this variant is designed for broader enterprise deployments where some flexibility is still required, but long-term stability is essential. For instance, mission-critical computers, specialist workstations, and devices requiring long-term stability. Microsoft supports the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC for 10 years, while the Enterprise LTSC edition is only supported for 5 years. The Enterprise LTSC 2021 was officially released on November 16, 2021, and will be supported until January 12, 2027. On the other hand, the IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021 was officially released on November 16, 2021, and it will be supported until January 13, 2032. If you want to know more about the upgrade process, you can check the link in the description. And that's it. That is everything that you need to know about the end of support for Windows 10. Now, let me know in the comments if you have any other questions or if you need clarifications on any of the answers. Also, like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.